Okay. So the item put away will work. Okay. If you give a configuration on item master itself. Okay. While
Hmm.
creating an item. Okay. And if you are
Hmm.
configuring it as this is the put away for that item, it will always work. But it will not be the always case that business will know the uska put away type kaun sa hoga. Okay. At
Hmm.
creation of item itself. Okay. So if business have that information, then well and good. Okay, you can go with item put away type, or else
Hmm.
what will happen? You need to configure some rules. Okay, you need to configure some rules to create those in such a way that the item put away is not on item put away type. Okay, so it is coming from maybe some rules. जैसे मैंने create किया था. Okay, put away type. Okay.
मतलब
तो
कुछ ऐसा हो कि हम वी कैन
हाँ, ऐसा
क्रिएट अ
हो
ग्रुप।
कि करेक्ट। जैसे मैंने एक तुमको कंडीशन दिया था, लेट मी शेयर इट अगेन। मैंने एक कंडीशन दिया था तुमको कि गो फॉर लॉक कोड। ओके,
हाँ, लॉक कोड बता था।
फॉर लॉक कोड। So in lock code, what will happen? We don't become setup. Okay. So system will check what is the lock code of the LPM, and then it will take a call in what put away type we should, we should take that LPM. Okay. So this, you see, this EXP lock code, damage lock code. If you want to make it more, complex, what you can do is you first check EXP, then you check the dimension of it. You check
ओके।
if it is small, medium, big, export kind of inventory. If it is damage kind of inventory, you again check if it is small damage, medium damage. I mean, in case of volume, I'm saying, or a weight, whatever you go with. Okay. So that's how you will strategize it. Okay. And then you can just put it on a rule and make sure whatever rules that you are defining, it should be in such a sequence. Okay.
हेलो।
Yes. Hello. I'm audible.
यस,
Hello.
एम आई ऑडिबल?
Yes, yes, you are. You are. Okay. So whatever rules that you are defining, it should be in such a sequence. Okay. So that whatever your desired rule you are creating, okay, it should trigger on a specific, um, rule only. Let's say in previously what you did, this last put away priority was higher to this FGSB, FG scrap. Okay. So what were happening before, and means before triggering this put away, this last put away was
ओके,
triggering.
गॉट इट।
This priority will always matter, and this will always in consideration while,
ओके,
while getting those rules to trigger. Okay.
ओके।
So
बाकी ऐसा भी कोई ऑप्शन है जिससे मतलब हम आइटम्स को किसी ग्रुप में डाल सकें, जैसे
yes. So that in that scenario, what I told you, you group those items. You group those items in group codes, season code, brand code, stockability, velocity code, or you just create a random code and you just rename this.
ओके।
Okay, you just rename this.
फिर ऐसा ऑप्शन है कि जैसे हम सीजन कोड या फिर ग्रुप कोड तो किसी को सीधा हम फुटवे टाइप से कनेक्ट कर सके?
हाँ, हाँ कर सकते हैं ना, पुट रूल में यू हैव दैट ऑप्शन.
ओके, फुटवे
You
रूल्स है।
have that option for validating.
नहीं, फुटवे रूल तो हो जाएगा, बट
ये देखो, आइटम
फुटवे टाइप
कोड.
कैसे होगा?
देखो ना, देखो, ये देखो, item, season code, stockability, velocity, all these codes, you see, all these codes you can validate. Okay, brand code, all these code you can validate. So no need to give the put away type on item directly.
हम्म।
You have to validate
ओके।
one code, right? So that code, anywhere you can give it. Okay, but you need to check that that field has to be there in this validation column name. Okay. Let's say in item, you don't have all the fields. I'll tell you. वो स्पेशल कोड यहाँ पे दिखता नहीं है. आई एम नॉट श्योर उन्होंने क्यों रखा नहीं है. बट वो स्पेशल,
मतलब आप ये कहना चाह रहे हो अगर हम ग्रुप में क्रिएट करेंगे तो फिर हमें पुटवे टाइप क्रिएट करने की जरूरत नहीं है?
नहीं देने की जरूरत है. यू जस्ट वैलिडेट एनी
Then how
एनी
will
ऑफ
we
द.
get the locations? We will have to put into the active one or the reserve one.
सॉरी, कम अगेन.
लोकेशंस कैसे डिफाइन होगी फिर कि मतलब कौन से लोकेशन पे प्रायोरिटी दे रहे हैं हम, अगर फुट पे टाइप हमारा डिफाइन नहीं है तो?
If okay, so let's come on that point. Okay, so how you will decide the priority for location? If let's say
हम्म.
for every SB put away, you said that first reserve location should get trigger, and after that active will get shown. Okay, but
Right.
who will decide this? Again, if I ask you, you should come up with ये consultant का डिसीजन नहीं है. दिस डिसीजन इज फॉर फ्रॉम बिजनेस.
Okay.
Okay, business will decide what type of location, what location size type, what replenishment zone, active location should get trigger or should get directed to that put away type. Agree?
हम्म.
So I'll again rephrase it. Okay, so let's say these are my locations from my inventory. Okay, facility, more correct. Okay, in facility. So if I want to direct any LPN or any inventory to these locations, okay, so business should identify what kind of location types should be used for the put away types. And then you, as a consultant, you will configure the same into the.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Then I guess okay, I'm not sure Nishant is joining. Okay. तो उन्होंने क्वेश्चन पूछा था कि कैन वी क्रिएट मल्टीपल कंपनीज. ओके, तो मल्टीपल पैरेंट कंपनीज. if you if you have an instance with one parent now,
हम्म.
don't means you cannot create uh, another parent because कोई ऑप्शन ही नहीं है. You see, there's no option to create a parent company. Okay, but as a workaround or maybe just for a data handling purpose, while creating a facility, you can give a different parent for that facility so that data structure will be differentiated as per that configuration. Okay, but it doesn't
नहीं.
mean that you are creating a parent company, different parent company. It doesn't mean like that.
Right.
It is just the data differentiator. Correct.
Yes.
Okay, but you cannot straight away configure a different or multiple parent companies in one instance. If it is like you have multiple parents, okay, and you need all data configuration everything different, okay, as per the parent company, you need to take a two instance. वो दो instance लेने पड़ेंगे. Okay.
Okay.
Then you have everything different. Okay, data, then structure, everything different. Okay. Okay, we will start today inventory management. Okay, in inventory we will see first LPN inquiry, how we can operate on or maybe do some processes on IBLPNs. Okay, and active inventory, of course. Okay, so because majorly our inventory is divided into two parts: reserve inventory and active inventory. Okay, so reserve we call it as reserve because we have LPNs against it. Okay, active is our loose inventory. Okay, now let me get it. Okay, then how we can modify IBLP, and then we will see two major processes. One is cycle counting and inventory adjustment after cycle counting, and another is replenishment. Okay, these two processes we will see. Now, if you see here, we discussed in inbound how we can take the inventory into WM. So you can do receiving. Okay, after receiving, you can do that QC everything. Okay, after all the receiving done, you get the LPNs within your facility. You receive cartoonized or loose inventory within your facility. Agree? Okay. So after put away or everything done, okay, you got stock on hand within your facility. So you have your inventory within your facility. Now, what kind of operations you do for those IBLPNs, or the received inventory, so as to say. Can you list any of such operations? क्या transactions हो सकते हैं, possible transactions?
Possible transactions.
After getting your inventory into WMS, put away होने
Into
के बाद,
WM.
what possible
Cycle counts
transactions?
we can do, blind counts we can do, replenishment or outbound of the shipments.
Yes, yes, correct. But on IBLPM, what transactions we can do is we have a cartoonized inventory, right? I mean, it is LPN associated with reserve inventory. Okay, we have loose inventory. Okay, for LPN inventory, what we can do is we can split LPN. Okay, we can modify LPN. Correct. We can combine LPN. We can do LPN inquiry. Correct. These kind of operations we can do for reserve inventory. Agree? For loose inventory, what we can do is we can do location inquiry. Now you will say location inquiry क्यों करेंगे? Correct? है ना? क्योंकि as we don't have a LPN against it, we have loose inventory. So loose inventory will always be linked with location. उस location में कितने inventory है? How much inventory we have in that location? That's how WMS will treat it. Okay. We can create LPN from active location. Let's say I have for this process, I'm giving an example. I have loose quantity NV for item A. Okay. Let's say 100 NOS. Okay. 100 numbers for item A in location AC101. This is active location. For some reason, I want to cartoonize this inventory and I want to put it to the reserve location. Or let's say I want to do, transfer from active location to active location. Okay. There are two scenarios. I want to cartoonize this, or I want to transfer inventory from active to active. Okay, these two scenarios will be there for loose inventory. What I need to do is first I need to take a LPN against that loose quantity. If I don't have a container, how I will cartoonize it? First thing, okay, for this, okay, this cartoonization itself is nothing. This cartoonization process itself is saying we are creating a LPN, or a box container for that loose inventory. Okay. In second one, if I want to transfer from one location to another, I need to cartoonize it first. Okay. Then system can identify the LPN and then the inventory. Okay. And then we can do transfer to another active location or any active reserve location. You got this? The scenarios?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think Nishank or Santoshi is not joining. How much time you have, Shiva? Because I remember you said like you have only 7:30 or kind of
नहीं नहीं आज तो मेरा ऑफ है आज.
half it. Oh, say then we'll continue. That's good. Yeah. Okay. So you got these two scenarios, right? In these cases, we will need to cartoonize this loose inventory first, and then we need to move up. Okay. So for this case, we will see create LPN from active location transaction. This process we will see. Okay. Now this comes under inventory control. Okay. I mean inventory management. Okay. These processes comes under inventory management. So we'll see one by one. First we'll see LPN inquiry. Okay. Before that, I'll also brief you what are the screens we will use for inventory transactions to check what is the inventory transaction happened in in WMS. What are the things? Okay, or how the inventory movement happening in WMS. Okay, so this is screen I for IBLPN. Whatever reserve stock we have. Okay, it will be visible here in IBLPNs, or we can say whatever inventory we received. Okay, we received till it is on a reserve location, we can see here in IBLPNs screen. Okay, so let's say you received some IBLPNs, you can see here. Okay, if something is allocated, you will see here. Okay, if something is located, you will see here. If something is partially allocated, you will see everything that is inbound stock that has not became a outbound stock. When it will become outbound stock? Any guess?
After the football?
After put away, it is still an inbound stock.
Oh, okay. After the picking.
After picking, it will become a outbound
Yes.
stock. Correct. Okay. So after picking, you will see a outbound LPN kind of screen. Okay. We have a OBLPN screen also. Okay. So this OBLPN screen will tell you all the outbound stock. Okay. क्यों भाई एक भी LPN नहीं है? Okay. Ah, this is all your outbound stock. This is picked or packed inventory. Shipped also you will see whatever LPN inventory you ship. Okay. So all those kind of outbound inventory, okay, you will see here. Now, inbound stock you will see in IBLPNs. We have few more screens like active inventory screen. Okay, active inventory. Here you will see all the loose inventory. You don't have LPN associated with this inventory. What you have is you have just a location item quantity. That's it. Okay. Yeah, that's another part that if the item is enabled for batch, if it is enabled for your lot, okay, and in lot and expiry, okay, everything you will see here, but LPN tracking will not be available here in active inventory because this is loose inventory, non-cartoonized inventory. Agree? Here you will see locations, and in this location, whatever items and quantity you have, you will see it. Okay. Now we have one more screen called standard inventory. Standard inventory summary. Okay. Here you will see all wall-to-wall inventory for item. Why I'm saying wall-to-wall? Okay. So it will show you how much is the active quantity. Okay. How much is active available quantity? How much is the allocated from those active units? Okay. It will also show you how much is the total IBLPN available, allocated, and everything. It will also show you the total available inventory and four-wall summary. It is kind of wall-to-wall count for that item. Got this? You have like item and these search parameter in this screen. Basically, you are seeing all your on hand in the screen. Okay. Similarly, we have a reserve inventory summary. Now, what the screen is? There are multiple screens, and these are for different purposes. Okay. Reserve inventory will show you the inventory only for the LPN stock and reserve stock. Okay. For any item, for any lot, item lot, or maybe item lot lock code, everything you can search and you can um, get the extract from this inventory. But I suggest not to use this screen while reconciling your inventory. Okay. If you want to reconcile your inventory, you can go with IBLPN, active inventory, and standard inventory summary. This also you can use. But active inventory, I have seen many discrepancies. I don't know why, but I have seen many discrepancies. Sometimes stock doesn't match. Okay. So, but yeah, this screen is totally for reserve stock availability at a point of time for that item. Notice it will show you how much LPN of that item consists of how much quantity. Okay, how much of them are allocated, how much is the allocated quantity. If there are serial enabled, you will see serials against that inventory. Okay, if the attribute information is different, you will see different lines for the same inventory. Okay, so this is how it will use. Okay, now we have inventory summary. Okay, this is also again you can use it for on hand stock availability, to check the on hand stock availability. Okay, for and these all screens will be used for facility specific facility and company combination. You cannot see for multiple companies or multiple facilities. This is for only specific facility and company combination data. Okay, so you'll see here, this is total available LPNs. Okay. Then for wall again here also you inventory you will see total available. Here you will see locked inventory. Okay. Then allocated inventory. You'll see all these. Uh, you know, here you have these inventory sum also. It may be confusing to you. Let's say you have multiple lock codes. Okay. So as per those lock code also you can see the stock availability here in inventory summary. Let's say for one item, I have 100 quantity in damage, 100 quantity in export. Okay, export block code. You can see the inventory, some different inventories. Okay, you see as per the as per different parameters. So here you can see the lock code quantity. Okay, lock code 1, lock code 2. So damage is 100. Okay, and export quality maybe 200 something. Okay, so you can see the inventory as per log code. So you can see the inventory from different angle from all these different screens. But basic screens you can go with is IBLPNs and active inventory. That's it. These are two basic screens. From these screens only, these rest screens getting data. Okay, and this OBLPN also. Okay, so these are the basic screens you need to use.
So this zero, what shows this on the
This
log
zero.
code quantity? It means we haven't allocated any log
We
code
don't
to
have
the
any lock
inventory.
code on that inventory. So
Okay.
whatever inventory is associated for that item, whatever inventory associated for that item, we don't have any lock code inventory. So lock code मतलब उसका ये ऐसे बताता हूँ. I'll again add all the. Let's say you have 10 different lock codes. Okay, and you have inventory of that item for 10 different in 10 different lock codes, so you can see the sum of that item. Okay, as per the lock code. Okay, for you see this PP lock code is there. For PP lock code you have 4,000 quantity for this item. Okay, and the inventory attributes combination. Okay, similarly Okay, here. Okay, okay. So damage lock code, there's one quantity. In RTN lock code, there's two quantity. Total three quantities there. Okay. You see, total three quantity. Inventory sum, three quantity. You see, in IBLPN, it is three quantity. In active, there is 88 quantity. Total forward count, 91. Total available, 88. Maybe this three is allocated or, oh, this is in lock code, na? So that's why it's not showing.
Lock code. Yeah.
Huh? Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Total less
So we
than,
can create more lock codes.
we can create more lock code. Yeah.
फिर वो यहाँ कैसे शो होगा?
हाँ वो होगा ना यहाँ पे. You have these fields, right? So these fields can
But
capture.
we have 10 lock codes only, na? We have.
I think it gets increased. But हाँ ये चेक करना पड़ेगा 10 से ज्यादा लॉक कोड है and if we have same item inventory beyond those 10 lock codes, I also need to check. Okay. But हाँ I think here we can only see 10 lock codes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. How much lock code? Oh, we have only one, two, four. हाँ एक बार ट्राई करना पड़ेगा ऐसे करके. Okay, we'll add 11 lock codes and for a single item we'll use 11 lock code and then how it is. But I think it will only show 10 lock codes because in screen
Yeah, it's
only we
only
have
showing
10
10.
lock codes. Sorry?
It's showing 10 now only.
We can create multiple lock codes, but in this inventory summary, I think it is only showing 10 till 10 lock codes. Okay.
Hmm.
So, yeah, these are some screens we can use to check the inventory within your warehouse and for that specific company. Okay. Now that Lakshmi asked, right? If you want to reconcile your inventory, okay, you should know what is your inventory in WMS. Then you need to recheck, okay, as per integrations and the architect that you have for your business. You need to check in different system. Let's say we have ERP, okay, or Fusion. In Fusion, we need to check inventory for that item, and if it is matching, it is okay. If it is not matching, then what are the consideration as per our integration or architecture? We need to again reconcile the quantity why it is not matching. Okay, let's say I have an inventory. Okay, this is Fusion. I have a WMS. Okay, for item A, I have 100 quantity. In WMS, I have only 75 quantity. Okay. For item B, it is 100. It is 100. Okay. Let's say this is not matching. Okay. The first one. This is not matching. This is matching. This is perfect. Then we need to check why this quantity is different. Okay. So we need to again take care the integration consideration. Okay. We need to check the integration. What are the integration in between WMS and inventory? Because whatever inventory in, okay, in is happening, whatever inventory in happening, I mean whatever you're receiving, you are doing it in WMS, and you are transferring that records to inventory. Whatever receipt that you have done in WMS, are those all transaction you transfer to inventory or not? Is there any failure into that? You need to check. Okay, correct.
Got it.
You need to check that inventory. Then whatever outbound you done for WMS from WMS, again we are transferring those outbounds to inventory, correct? To subtract the or issue out the inventory from your organization. Okay, here you have an organization, here you have facility. Okay, so transaction. Okay,
Yeah,
this
all the
transaction,
transactions we need to
yeah,
check for the item.
outbound and inventory transaction, inbound transaction, you need to reconcile in both the system, and then you need to come up with whatever is the error or why there is a discrepancy. That's why I told her this is very subjective. Okay, if I have a different
No, this is my daily
consideration,
practice.
yeah. Okay, if I have a different consideration or integration different, it can handle differently. Okay, so these were things. Okay, first we'll go and check the mm, LPN inquiry. Okay, so we will use in RF how we'll do that. Okay, in RF we have inquiry screen. Wow. Um, yeah, LPN inquiry. Okay, and this screen we have. Okay, this is from RF. If you go to detail, there are many things here. You can check. Okay, you can see lock unlock LPN screen. Okay, if you want to do lock unlock from there, you can do that. Okay, you can check. You can select the UM that you want to show. You can also display inventory attributes, expiry date, batch number for that inquiry for that LPN inquiry. Okay. Now I'll just show you how that inquiry looks like from RF. Okay. Okay. Now we finish now. Oh, have inventory management. Yeah. Oh, you see that inquiry. You can do a LPN inquiry. The same screen is using LPN inquiry. If I scan this IBLPN, it will show you the status of that LPN, location. It is not showing location because LPN is in received status. It is not into a located status. Okay, it can show you a received shipment. Okay, a received shipment, SKU. Okay, quantity 550, one pack, 5 cases. Okay, this you can see. You have also two more options. You can switch to item display. Okay, like FG put away, it will show you the same information. Okay, summary, it will show. Okay, you see that pack and all those you are not able to see now. Okay, page down. Okay, so there are some, all fields you can see from those options that you have. Okay, if you want to see attribute information, you can enable those attribute level information from here. Okay, let's see the attribute you if you want to see. I'll show yes. If the item is expiry date enabled, you can also enable this. Not sure if this will work on the same. Okay, let me use this item. Okay, so let me check if attribute level summary item UAM display. You can change those UAM display from here. If you want to see it from cases, you can see here's only one case. Okay, the quantity, whatever case quantity it is, 50 quantity. Okay, so here for this item, maybe you have configured this item as one case equals to 50 quantity. Case quantity is 30. uh, per but for okay, it is 30, but you have only you have 50 quantity. Yeah, give me a moment. You have 50 quantity. Maybe it is not configured here. I mean, it is taking from the item quantity only. Maybe in allocation it is not free, while while receiving it is only single case. That's why it is showing. I'll just check what it's showing as a pack quantity. Packs should be two. Now it is showing two. How much? 20 something packs are there, right? 20 or 25.
While receiving, I changed it.
You changed it maybe.
Uh,
While receiving, you changed. Huh? That's right. If you don't give the information there in receiving, na, it takes from item or else it is taking from the receiving. Here you did it or this one. Okay, let me check. Um, right. Uh, Quantity and okay, maybe I'll see if I can remember standard case and pack quantity. This you change, huh? You see 100, 20, 20, 30. This maybe if you have changed, then it can get that it can take that changed case and pack quantity and it will show you that way. So these are some in just to see what inventory lies into that LPN, okay, into that container. You can see the inventory and some extra information like receiving shipment, okay, then some attribute level information. You can also see the lock codes on that inbound shipment, okay, put away type, everything you will see. Okay. Now, how you can do it from here, okay, IBLPN, because now you see all the LPN information you will see here. Okay. Let's say if you want to change, okay, here you can change. Okay. If you want to change any parameter or maybe attribute, you can do it this way. Or what you can do is here you have mass update option, mass update attribute. From this, let's say there are multiple records selected. Whatever records you have selected, you can change these many fields, attribute and put away type. Okay. And from straight away you will see what LPN it is there for what item, how much is the current quantity, how much is the original quantity. Okay. And if there's any allocated quantity, you can also see here allocated quantity. Okay. You can also see the original quantity, received quantity, case pack quantity for that LPN. Okay. Original quantity. Um, you can also see this weight volume unit. Okay. Then yeah, the quantity. I'm just changing a view because here it is better, right? Case and pack, we'll keep it as it is. Okay, this way you click here and you can save the view. So whenever any user from this group access this IBL pin screen, it will system will show you this view only. Okay, the columns and the fields that I have enabled. Okay, he will get this view only. Okay, 550 received quantity, current quantity this much. Okay, if there's any allocation, then it will also show you the allocation quantity. Now this RF query you can do. Okay, you can do split LPNs. Okay, let's say you received this, but for some reason you want to split this LPN. Okay, you received 550 quantity, and let's say this 550 quantity is not it is not feasible to keep this 550 quantity on one LPN or maybe in one pallet. So what you will do, you will create two LPN and two pallets. You will separate it. Okay, so let's say you're separating it as 200 and 350. Okay, so how you can do it? You have a screen called split IBLPN, split container. Okay, split container. Maybe this is already enabled. I'll just check. Okay, if you want to do a location inquiry now, it will only show you the location. Okay, here if let's say why these inquiry things we have on RF. Can you think why inquiry things we have on? See, whoever is the picker or any random guy who is working on warehouse, he don't have always access to screen, I mean the browser screen, but he have always access to his mobile WMS, or maybe the RF gun, whichever he is using. So let's say he want to see what this item is. He want to see the what this location, what are the parameters or attributes of that location, that LPN or maybe item. Okay, so he can anytime he can use the inquiry screens. Here, similarly, let's say the picker or maybe the put away guy, he wants to manually put the LPN or maybe pallet to some location. So he don't know what attributes or what type of location it is. What he will simply do is he will just go to the location where he want to put the pallet or the LPN. Okay, and he will straight away scan a barcode of that location. Okay, let's say if you scan this barcode will show you this location is empty, and there are many things you can see. You see this SKU summary. It is not enabled, I guess. Let me enable that, I guess. It will show you some inventory things on that LPN. Location inquiry. There's only one parameter. You see the location inquiry, quantity, we want units. I'll just enable everything. I want to see if the item is batch enabled. I also want to see the batch of that item, that inventory. Okay, expiry date and inventory attribute also. So whatever inventory that present on that location, I want to see all the attributes. Okay. Now, if I reopen this, you're following the scenario, right? Hello, Shiva.
Yes.
Okay. Because not every user will have access to browser screen. Okay.
Got it.
If you are giving him access to browser screen, you need to allocate a laptop.
Yes.
Correct. So what they will simply do is like they will give him the RF devices. From the RF devices, anyone can uh, access those screens. In a moment. Okay. Inquiry, location inquiry. Let me see now. That location was empty here. Okay. So active inventory. That's why it was showing. A155. Is there any location lock code? Location lock code. Sorry, location barcode. Yeah. Location barcode. Okay. A1. Okay. Now you see uh, the active location. this item is there, quantity this much. This Supremo item is there, quantity 200. If you want to see some more information, okay, there are maybe there are multiple items. You can see, you can go to page down, see this much 66. Again, this, okay, I'll just uh, filter out for
उस
you.
वाली लोकेशन पे क्यों नहीं
Okay.
दिखाया ये?
हाँ, दो ही है, दो ही दो ही लाइन से उस लोकेशन पे, these two items.
नहीं, जो आपने शुरू में खोली थी उस वाली लोकेशन पे क्यों नहीं दिखाया?
अरे क्या इसमें
जो
पिछले वाले लोकेशन में
सैटरडे,
नहीं दिखाया है ना?
जो आप बोल रहे थे एलोकेशन में नहीं है।
अरे नहीं नहीं, उस लोकेशन पे इन्वेंट्री नहीं था, इट वाज
अच्छा,
एम्प्टी।
इन्वेंटरी नहीं था।
हाँ,
ओके।
इट वाज एम्प्टी। अभी मुझे क्लिक हुआ, मैंने वो एनेबल किया, व्हाई इट वाज नॉट शोइंग। तो
ओके।
आई जस्ट रिकॉल के वो इन्वेंट्री नहीं था। यू कैन गो टू, ओके, समरी में भी यही दिखा है। आई वाज एक्सपेक्टिंग इट शुड प्रीवियस स्क्रीन, समरी इन डिस्प्ले, यूएम डिस्प्ले। ओके, लेट्स से इफ आई वांट टू सी पैक, ओके, पैक क्वांटिटी भी सेम ही है, मे बी उसका पैक क्वांटिटी, अरे नहीं नहीं, करेक्ट करेक्ट, वी आर इनटू लूज इन्वेंटरी, राइट? आईबीएलपीएन में वो दिखाएगा, हियर इट विल शो यू। इफ वी से लोकेटेड, है ना, लेट्स से फॉर दिस एसईसी, एस एसई 102, एसईसी 102, here you will see this IBLP and this quantity. Okay, you see pack quantity zero, उसका कोई pack quantity नहीं रहेगा. Okay, इसका कोई pack quantity नहीं रहेगा. Okay, it is still 20. Why it is showing zero? Maybe, okay, वो single दो ही quantity है, तो इसलिए पूरा pack वो हो नहीं रहा है, right? If it is not consisting of one full pack, okay, so that's why it is zero pack. I can change the pack quantity at any point of time. Let's see. I can.
व्हाइल रिसीविंग अ शिपमेंट,
हाँ हाँ
हमारे पास एक ऑप्शन होता है कार्टनाइज करने वाला।
हाँ, कार्टूनाइज करने वाला, हाँ, होता है ना।
सो विल इट चेंज द पैक साइज?
नहीं नहीं, वो नहीं करता है। दैट इज नॉट एक्चुअली यू आर चेंजिंग पैक
No,
क्वांटिटी।
it will not change for the item configuration in the
हाँ,
item configuration, but
इट इज
will it change
एक्चुअली
in the shipment?
no. See, you need to give that pack quantity and case quantity while creating a shipment. बिकॉज क्या होता है, जैसे मेरा स्टैंडर्ड पैक क्वांटिटी एक होता है जो मैं आइटम पे देता हूँ, ओके, बट
Hmm.
इट इज कॉल्ड एज अ स्टैंडर्ड पैक, ओके। देयर इज नो सच अ, मतलब ये ऑलवेज स्टैंडर्ड पैक में आए, दैट इज नॉट द केस ऑलवेज, राइट? इट कैन गो एंड इट कैन कम विथ सम नॉन स्टैंडर्ड पैकेज ऑल्सो, ओके। सो एट दैट पॉइंट यू कैन चेंज द पैक क्वांटिटी। ये आ क्यों नहीं रहा है? ओके, यहाँ पे परमिशन का भी मे बी इशू हो सकता है। एक मिनट, जस्ट रिफ्रेश दिस।
ये ऊपर आ रहा है ना, चेंज पैक क्वांटिटी से अनेबल्ड है। ओके।
ये ये एडिट के लिए अपडेट क्यों नहीं है? I'll go back. We can able to edit it. एक मिनट, नॉट श्योर, बट मुझे लग रहा है कि ये एडिट का कुछ ये मिसिंग है अपने को, क्या बोलते हैं, परमिशन,
परमिशन उसका आएगा।
परमिशन नहीं है। पर ये अपडेट कर सकते हैं. If it is in located status, we can change attribute or some information on that LPN. If it is in allocated status, we cannot be able to change. Okay. अभी ये
ओके ओके
receiving में change करने को दे रहा है. Okay. If it is receiving now, it is allowing that change. But received में तो वो it is kind of अभी हमने चेंज किया ना यार. अभी तो हाँ ये देखो इस पे आ रहा है. ओके हाँ अभी आ रहा है देखो.
हाँ.
है ना. ये आ रहा है. That's what I thought. Located भी होता है ये. If you change pack quantity, you can change that pack quantity, and same quantity you can see.
For received quantity we can change. In transit maybe we can change also.
In transit नहीं, located status
नहीं.
located में भी हो सकता है. Okay,
Okay.
you can change the pack quantity. Okay, and you see उस location में जो भी quantity है. Okay, so that stock, that inventory you can see here. Okay, same item. Okay, item उस item के क्या attributes है you can see here. You can just scan that item barcode. Okay, now here everything that you're dealing with, this is barcode. Okay, always you will scan barcode. Barcode ही क्यों करना है? Because you have a handle device, right? That is RF gun. Okay, you see, this is what you will see, that
Right.
this item description is this, footwear is this, unit length, width. If you want to see some more information, you can maybe, okay, how, on what location this item is there. This item is, this item inventory is in which location. These are the location you will find the inventory for this item. Okay. So these are some things you can do. Okay. Okay. These are some inquiry things you can do here. Now we will see a split IBLPN scenario. Okay. Inventory adjustment. Let's see. Okay. Modify IBLPN. Service split active. Okay. Split IBLPN. This is the screen we will use. Okay. Now here what? Uh, okay. Screen. I'll tell you which screen we are using. This is the screen split. The split IBLPN screen we are using, there are 14 parameters. There are many things you can change. Okay. Now, this is the main parameter we use. Do you want to split before verification of the shipment or after verification of shipment? Okay. This is what you need to first validate. Okay. If you don't give any parameter, it is kind of anything it will allow. Okay. So before verification means you have not verified that shipment. Okay. Verified means you are still yet to communicate the receiving of that inbound shipment to your host system. Do you follow?
Right. Got it.
Okay. Okay. So if you want to do in specific UMs, okay, if you want to do splitting to split specific UMs, you can change the UMs. You can also do some validations. Okay. If whatever split that you're doing, it is going with same batch, same inventory attributes, everything. Okay. You can do that validation also. And there are a few more parameters. You can just check those. Okay. The split mode is also there. You want to go with inventory? So it means SKU and quantity, or do you just want to scan a item? So whatever items that you scan, that much quantity you will split. Okay, you try it. Okay, I'll tell you. You try these scenarios. I'm going with by inventory, so I need to give item and quantity. Okay, if it is blank, so it will take but by inventory parameter, and we need to scan item and quantity, that much you want to split. Okay,
I didn't get it actually by inventory or by SKU.
sorry, you want?
I didn't get it.
The split mode
Then
you are
how
saying.
will this work? By inventory or by SKU? All
By
SKUs.
SKU means you will scan items. Let's say I want to split 10 quantity of a same item. I will scan that item 10 times. If I am going with item and inventory, sorry, by inventory, so I need to scan item and then quantity. Whatever quantity that I need to split, I will give it. Okay. So this is how it will change. And for all SKU, it means we have multiple SKU within it.
Okay,
Okay.
by inventory it is meaning of quantity.
Quantity. Okay. So for
Quantity
this
of that
one,
item. Okay.
correct. Quantity of the item. Okay. So here I can put the quantity. Okay. Let's say 250 I want to move. Okay. Now I want to move it into a new LPN called IBLPN, let's say EST PO 01 or 10. Okay. This is a new LPN I will create. You see, it will show, it will say this LPN is created. It means the LPN was not there. Okay. And we move this quantity. You see, that's now 300 quantity left. If I refresh this IBLPN, you see, this is a new IBLPN created. Now, for this IBLPN, you will notice zero is the received quantity. Why? Because this is newly created inventory. This is created from this IBLPN. Okay. So you can see this you try to it, a reference IBL. That is IBLPN number only. A reference IBLPN number. This is a reference IBLPN number. You'll see that field. You see this a reference IBLPN number. Okay. From reference IBLPN, this is created. So at any point of time, if you want to integrate this splitting of the IBLPN, okay, you can take the reference IBLPN number and you can check the inventory and you can cross check it further. Okay, so you have 250 and 300. If you want to move some more quantity, let's say 50 quantity, 50 more quantity you want to move, and let's say you want to move it into a same IBLPN, I'll scan the same IBLPN. Okay, 50 AI LPN is created for 50 LPN, sorry, 50 quantity. It is why this? Give me a moment. एक moment, maybe वो टेस्ट में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है. I'll just scan. अभी वो 50 LPN मेरे से क्या हुआ? हुआ वो 50 और 50 as a LPN paste हुआ. Okay, for 50 quantity. So I am again moving that 50 quantity to this LPN. Okay, full 50 quantity I want to move. I will no attribute scan. Okay. Now, why this is happening? Because we want, we need to scan the attributes. Okay. We show attribute information. No show attribute. Something is enabled for that screen because I have enabled few. No, that's nothing. Huh? I'll go with by inventory. The required, okay, required validation we need to give, I guess. No validation. It is validating some attributes from that LP. Okay, that's why maybe I'll reopen this. See, the attribute on both the LPNs could be different. Okay, जो reference number है या फिर that inventory attribute. But I am thinking अगर मैंने same ही inventory change किया है, I mean split किया है, it should not have created any issue. But yeah, we'll see by putting that validation as no. Okay, so it should not validate anything on that splitting. Okay, receive IBLPN power. Inventory adjustment. Okay. The split IBLPN. We are splitting this 50. अभी उस IBLPN का number ही 50 है. Okay. So I put that 50 as a IBLPN, and I want to put it here. Why it is showing no attribute in container? This is strange. Some validations are there. Okay. Let me see if it is moved or not. It is moved now. You see, 300. But some validations are there. Okay. I will check this part of what it is validating. It should have not validated any of the things because it is from same inventory. We split it into two different LPNs and we are just combining same inventory to the one IBLPN. Okay. So it should have not shown me that error, no attributes to scan. Okay. But yeah, this is how you can split the IBLPNs and combine the LPLPNs on the same screen. Okay. Any doubt with this? We did this split. You can try a few more parameter options. Huh?
Yeah, I'll try.
This one, location inquiry we did. Okay. Okay. We'll stop here. Okay. Because Nishant is also not there and Santoshi also not.
Yeah.
Okay. So tomorrow we will see this modify IBLPN and create LPN from active, and then we will start for maybe cycle counting. Not tomorrow. Maybe next session is on Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
understood.
Okay. Okay then. Yeah. See you.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going there. Sure, bye.